Okay, everything's tested, working, confirmed, and verified. Sorry I'm late, and I'm tired and it's late. Or it's late and I'm tired. Can you tell? Anyway, was sitting there watching a movie, relaxing, and of course my mind never stops. And I realized how to articulate what's going on with me. This is private for now. Well, obviously, if you're watching it, it's not private now. But anyway, it was made private initially. Because I'm not entirely sure that it's safe. So here goes. My condition is a genetic condition that I believe, I'm not entirely sure, I haven't confirmed this, but I believe it's a hydroxylase deficiency genetically caused. But anyway, what happens is because of this genetic condition I have, my immune system can't flush the normal toxin load that we receive. And what that means is that as I'm exposed to more toxins, if my exposure level is higher than my body's capability of flushing them, then they build up in me. Comas are a form of a level of consciousness that's less than what you would think of as normal. There are actually levels of consciousness within coma. There's completely unresponsive, there's semi-responsive, things like that. It's a spectrum. But the problem is that they've put a line that says, here you're conscious and here you're in a coma. But that's not true. There is no line. There is a continuum. And the way to explain, I don't know if this is actually the case, but think of it as that way because it very well explains it. But think of it as I'm in a sort of a coma. I'm in a reduced state of consciousness. I'm obviously very responsive, but not fully responsive. I have difficulty controlling. I have difficulty remembering because I am essentially in and out of consciousness. And the reason I have specifically stated that I do not want any kind of conventional help is because, well, people think I'm nuts. Think about it. Doctors are right. They cannot be wrong. You cannot tell your doctor that he or she is wrong and be believed. That's not the case. They went to college for 12 years. They invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in their education. There's no way you, with no college degree or whatever bachelor's of general studies degree you have, can tell that doctor that they're wrong. So, no, I cannot receive conventional help. That is why I have to go somewhere. That explains why I have to go somewhere. And the reason I'm able to explain this is because I attained a level of full consciousness. And that was because I medicated, which reduces the adverse symptoms that I suffer. So that is one of... sorry, intestinal cramp. What they are is droplets of blood entering my peritoneal cavity from ulcers in my colon that are pretty near to perforation, which increases the toxin load in me, by the way. So I stop what I'm doing and saying because I don't want to traumatize my abdomen with my diaphragm, which is the muscle that causes voice. So I'm trying to be gentle with my diaphragm. Anyway, so I hope that explains what's going on with me, because it perfectly explains it from my perspective. I'm not so much afraid of death as I am of completely losing consciousness. Um, but, I know that helping me is difficult. Believe me, I know. But I need you to understand that anyone can help me. Anyone. Because I know what to do. I just can't do it myself. And it will take time, and it takes someone with an open mind to understand and have faith that I can heal myself. But I can't do this alone. And I desperately would like some help. But it has to be help I trust. That means we have to go through a rigorous process of making sure that I can trust. Or it has to be someone I already trust. Which is why I'm initially going to address this to one person. Well, the problem is I don't know if you are capable of helping me. Not because of lack of ability, but rather because of limitations of your own. So, that's a wrench in the works, but you're someone I trust, so that's why I've been asking for help, and I apologize I haven't been able to articulate it before, but I'm really not doing well. And I cannot receive conventional help, no matter what, even if it gets towards the end. Even if I lose consciousness, they can't help me. I just thought of something that I'll set a process running to mull over, let's say, as a possible solution. But it's a desperate last solution. Kind of an in case it gets that bad solution kind of thing. Not something that would be an alternative to getting help. It would be an if I never did and things got that bad kind of thing to mull over. I almost feel as if I'm a fictional story. Bizarre short story in my life, like I'm this 3-volume set of short stories themed around me, and one of them, there's a science fiction volume, for example, or chapters, or group, or whatever, and one of the stories is how I've lost myself in my mind, and I'm within this limited reality that is what we know as reality, but reality is actually much more, which is freaky. Sorry, I'm a little bit freaked out by this. I don't get freaked out very often, but wow. Sorry, it's very ironic. But this fictional storyline that's actually becoming real is that I'm in this limited reality, and that's what we know, but reality is actually much more. But I'm thinking that the universe, which is the actual reality, is giving me hints and telling me things and sending me messages, but really it's me, or it's the outside world, the outside reality, giving me information directly, like someone's outside holding my hand saying, Mike, you're still here, you're still in this reality, Like in that reality they have the technology to see what's going on in my mind, and they can see it, and they can And they're just sitting there, come on, Mike, come on, it's real, go this way. And they're sending me messages, and they encrypt it with their technology, like they sent me the movie The Matrix, and which is what I've been watching this evening. And I mean, wow. Sorry, this is just really freaky. Sorry, this is how I entertain myself. Not much else I could do. Laughter is painful. How about it? Is it okay to hate that laughter is painful? It's not a rhetorical question. I want your permission to hate that laughter is painful. Because if I don't hate it, I won't do anything about it. What do you say? Please? Sorry, I'm still feeling a lot better than I have been mentally anyway. I think that facing my fears... I have to be careful about describing this because there's a very significant caveat. That facing my fears, and I think the factor here was succeeding, coming out alive, gave me a taste for life, a breath of life, not a taste for life. I'm sorry. You can't have more of a taste for life than I have. I have a deep-seated hunger for life. I fucking need my life, man. Give me some more fucking life. Anyway. Side effects may include going off on freaking weird-ass tangents, man. Sorry. I am still under a lot of stress. I'm back on the boat, obviously, and not entirely... sure of my safety. Just glad I live in a cement boat. Although actually fiberglass is likely has much better bulletproof capabilities, to be honest. I don't know. I don't want to find out. Ever. So I'll just make sure I have a bigger gun. Okay. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm glad I'm able to articulate this. It helps. You understand. Please try to imagine it. Try to imagine being trapped in a limited consciousness. Or if you are, try to realize it. I don't know. Try to imagine being a whole lot smarter than you appear to be, a whole lot more sane than you appear to be, a whole lot more awake and aware and capable than you appear to be. But trapped in a mind instead of a body. And it's like the parallel I use was athlete who became disabled. Imagine how that person feels. All those abilities going to waste because they can't physically use them. And try to imagine that with someone with mental abilities. All those abilities going to waste. His abilities are still there. They're just trapped behind someone who can't communicate and who doesn't have an effective personality. He just only faults that he doesn't know how to communicate with you. I think that's why I'm getting my ham license, so I can communicate through a method that has strict rules and guidelines that have been in place for a long time. Maybe the only way I can talk to you is through the ham radio. Certainly tried the internet, that didn't work. It's really hard to be calm. I've been trapped for so long. No one will hear me, and I can't. I haven't been able to articulate it. I don't like being like this. I'm not a mean person. I'm just under too much stress. I get memories flooding back now. High school years, 83 through 87. High school days only, time away from home, still nothing about home. I can't see from outside, from inside the house. I can see the house from outside, I can see outside the house. There's a block, or they're not there. Oh, fuck, this is weird. Sorry. Side effects may include... What the fuck is he talking about? Anyway. I'm in there somewhere. That's what this memory recall stuff is. I'm trying to find out who I am. Not that I want to be him. I just want to find out who I was. I never got to know myself as a kid. Growing up. Like to go meet myself. Learn who I was. Sorry, about 17,000 emotions right there. Actually, it was more like 4 or 5, but still. It's like burping, coughing, sneezing, farting, and eating an orange at the same time. It gets messy. Sorry.